Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by to join me. It is 2:38 Mountain Time on the 2nd of February. We're going to do messages for each sign for the 3rd of February, which will be Saturday. Then we'll have 5 minutes of Reiki, and then we will have free-for-all questions or card of the day. You all will get to choose one or the other. Ricky Jorgensen, glad to see you in the room, my dear. Hello, hello. Tay Medium, hello. Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't seen your name before. Glad to have you here, my dear. Nora, 450, hello, hello. I am doing great. Thank you, thank you. Romy Bach, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you guys here. Yay. Okay, so let's get this broadcast started. Let's begin with Aries for February the 3rd, Saturday. What do I have shown up for you guys? Aries, what I'm hearing is eat your chicken pie. I don't even know what that is supposed to mean for you. Hang on a second. Let's see what the interpretation is. I think that you're going to be spending some time around family, or if not actually around family, remembering family and remembering some of the good foods or enjoying some of the good foods that your family puts together. And, you know, for some of you, those foods will be sort of original type dishes like chicken pie. So either remembering some good times around family and the meals that family is together around for, or actually spending some time with family around a meal, Aries, on Saturday. By the way, family does not have to be blood family. It can also be more along the lines of tribe, those friends that we consider like family to us. Shirley Hegg, hello, hello. Glad to see you here, my dear. Judy Beaver Bones. Excuse me, that hit suddenly. Glad you are here, my dear. Cancer is still coming up, sweetheart. Angela Lukes, hello, hello. You were just talking to your Aunt Dot about chicken pie. Are you serious? The exact message I heard was eat your chicken pie, eat your chicken pie. Tammy Bambi, hello, hello. Your Cancer with a Leo cusp, both of those are coming up. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Tammy. Okay, let's look at Taurus now. We've already got verification on the chicken pie. I hope that message applies to more than just one Aries out there. Hello there, Lorraine. Glad to see you in the room. Honest to goodness. Wow. Okay, so let's see. Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Taurus, what I'm hearing for you guys is blow the house down. And what I'm seeing whenever I hear those words is more of visions of smoke. Now, for those of you who don't know that much about where I live, I actually live in the state of Colorado where it has been legal for the last few years to smoke pot. And so my first interpretation of that is that you're going to be hanging out with people who have the house all smoked up. They're blowing smoke out of their mouths, whether it's weed smoke or whether it's cigarette smoke or whatever. But blow the house down. This is, to me, you're going to be hanging out with some people that smoke. So, you know, if you're not into that secondhand smoke, you may want to find an escape hatch or somewhere where you can get some fresh air. And, you know, if you're into the smoking scene, then, well, there you go. So that's for Taurus. Hey, 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 Annie, glad to see you here. You wish you were there. A lot of people wish they were here. It's wasted on me. I don't smoke any mind-altering substances because then what if somebody needs a reading? That would not be good mochas, you know? Chicken pot pie. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, is this about chicken pot pie or is this about some kind of chicken pizza recipe? Because some people call pizzas pies. I don't know if I think there's anything wrong with it or not. I just look at it for myself. I can't do that and then feel like I can do a good job of working for somebody. So Since, running a business the way I do, I'm always on standby. I don't allow myself those types of indulgences. Doesn't bother me. I'm too much of a control freak. I like to be in control of my mind. Let's see. Let's look at Gemini. Gemini on Saturday. Some of you are going to be doing some kind of racing. I don't know if this is motorcycle racing, foot racing, some kind of boat racing or ski-doo racing. I don't know. Ski racing beats me. But for Gemini, some of you are going to be doing some kind of racing. Now, for those of you who are not into any kind of racing sport, this could end up manifesting as you're racing, the neighbor's little kid around the block or something. I don't know. But anyway, something comes up with racing because I'm seeing like the green lights doing the countdown. Off they go. All right, so that's for Geminis on Saturday. Manuela, you made it in plenty of time, honey. I've only got 3 signs done so far. Yep, they do. Oregon is legal, California is legal, and there's 2 other states. I think maybe Washington, and I don't know where else. And there's more looking to be legal, so thank goodness. The more the merrier, I say. That's a Pennsylvania Dutch thing. Gotcha. You love Colorado, but you're in New York City. New York City. Remember that commercial that came out about salsa? This salsa's made in New York City. All right, anyway, I don't know where that came from. Spicing things up just out of the blue. Those of you who are here, if you have not already, and if you don't mind, please share. The more the merrier. God only knows what kind of random thoughts will start popping out of my mouth the more people we get in here. Hopefully they mean something to somebody. You're hoping for Florida, huh, Tay? Cancer. Cancer for the 3rd of February. Cancer 2 plus 3 is 5, and you're a 4. Cancers, I think there's something going along with a change in your home or your home environment or your family on Saturday. So it's something that is going to be switched up or done a little differently than usual. For some of you, this is going to be just a one-time experimental, let's see how it goes type of thing. And for others of you, this is going to be like the beginning of a more permanent phase, but something changing up for you around home or family. Cancer. Right, Tammy? I hear that. I've heard that a lot. I actually take, if you have muscle pain or bone pain, either one, if you take the green alcohol that you can buy from the store, and then you stick a whole bunch of fresh pot leaves in there, which I can pick them out at the state farms now because people have dropped so many seeds out smoking. So when you go out to the state parks along the path, you see these pot weeds just growing up. So I pick a bunch of leaves there, stick those down in the alcohol in a glass jar, let all the green come out of those leaves. And then you pull the leaves out of that alcohol, and then you put some of that alcohol on a washcloth and just wrap it around wherever you're having a hurt, if it's a knee or ankle or whatever. And that will really help with easing the pain. You're in the Queens. You're spring cleaning. Very cool. Leo, Leo, Leo. What do we have for Leos? Leos. Leos, some of you are going to be new papas or new grandpapas. I guess if you're female, you're going to be new mamas or new grandmamas on the 3rd. Of course, that can't apply to all Leos. That's pretty specific, but that's a strong energy. That's the first impression I got. So there's definitely a good handful out there that are having a new baby in the family. What else can I pick up for Leos? Because I don't think that's going to be everybody. Leos, Leos, Leos. For those of you who don't have a baby coming into your family, I think you're going to be affiliated with somebody who does. You may be bringing over, like a little baby gift because there's a new baby in somebody's family that is in your sphere of influence. La da da, da da da, da da da. Gemini Croft Baker, hello, hello, glad you're here. You do that already? Very cool. Let's try Virgo. Virgo for Saturday. I'm hearing that words are very important for you. I feel like there's something that you're hashing out, Virgos, with other family members on Saturday. This doesn't have to be a significant other, although just for the record, I do consider significant others family members, whether they're blood family or not, and whether you're married or not. So it could be, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like this conversation that you're having has been a long time coming, and I feel like you're being very careful not to be triggered during this conversation and to make sure that your presentation comes off in a rational sort of way. So you're not, you're trying to keep the emotion out of this, but to handle this in a way that makes sense. And I also feel like Virgos, if you bring emotion into this, you know that you're going to put off the other person that you're trying to talk to and that they're not going to be able to hear what you have to say. And that's another reason why you're trying to be very rational about this conversation on Saturday. Carla Alley, glad you're here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Manuela. Hope you start feeling better soon. We'll have Reiki before long here. Libra, 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 Libra. Okay, so Spirit's having a sense of humor today. So what I'm hearing for Libra is, you guys, I don't even want to say it. Libra. So obviously that's more directed at men. That's funny. That's like the second message that's been more directed at men instead of females. When I know there's only like 20% of males actually watching this. So obviously you want to flip that around if you're a female, or I don't know, maybe you don't want to flip that around either. Maybe it is a female that you want to, maybe there's a toxic relationship with a female that you want to get out of your life, whether you are male or female yourself, Libras. But I do feel like there's definitely some kind of toxic event. Let's put it that way. It may not be a toxic relationship that you're getting away from, but there is some kind of toxic event that comes up on Saturday that you're going to be like, oh no, I am getting out of here for this. You will be exiting the scene. Let's put it that way. Scorpios, 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 Scorpios. Okay, this is not going to apply to all Scorpios. However, for some of you it will. What I'm hearing is black box. And what I'm thinking of when I think about black boxes, remember the famous black boxes that go down with the airplanes that has everything recorded on it? Those types of black boxes. So the message really that I'm getting through for us Scorpios is we want to document. That's what I'm looking for. We want to document everything, especially for those of us Scorpios who are in a situation where we can see some writing on the wall that trouble is coming down the tracks. Start documenting. That's going to be important because you're going to want to be able to refer back to your documents, and you may even need to show them to other people in the future. Okay? And any documents that other people write up about us, Scorpio, we want to make sure that those documents are accurate. Don't be signing on any dotted lines until you've read the document. That's for Scorpio. Carla Alley, say it. You would say, take the bra, please. We'll just go back to the 60s. Let's burn the bras. Sagittarius, Sagittarius. What do I have coming in for you guys? You know how I used to remember the difference between the Pharisees and the Sadducees in the Bible? The Sadducees were sad, you see, because they didn't believe in an afterlife. So they were sad, you see. Don't ask me where that came from. Sagittarius, we're just running loose today, guys. Sagittarius, what do we have coming in for you guys? Sagittarius, I think you're going to have some kind of face-off on Saturday. For some of you, you already know who this face-off is going to be with because it's kind of been building up for a while. And when I say face-off, what I am in general talking about is there's some kind of confrontation that's sort of coming to a head, and you're going to be, you know, clashing with somebody. You're going to be yammering at each other, trying to get this stuff settled down. This could get rambunctious and loud before it gets settled down, by the way. So some kind of face-off. Now, for others of you Sagittarians, this is going to be more of a sporting term. Maybe you're going to be playing a sporting event where there's a face-off. I think hockey has a face-off. I'm not sure if they call that a face-off whenever football people flip the coin. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's just a coin toss. I don't know. But anyway, for some of you, it's going to be more of a sporting event. But for others of you, this is going to be, the word I'm hearing is this is going to be an aggressive situation that you're going to be facing off with somebody else. There's a few of you, I would say there's a handful of you Sagittarians who will be facing off with somebody that you don't know. And this is going to be more of a criminal type situation, like maybe where you're approached out in public or something, and they're going to be, you know, wanting you to give them your money or your phone or whatever. And I don't think, if that's the case for those of you Sagittarians, and obviously this is just the minority, if that's for those of you that this is the case for, I don't see you letting this person get away with that. I think you're going to be like, you want what? Do you know how loud my whistle is, buddy? You're not going to be taking it. The whistle was kind of a silly analogy, but you're going to be facing off with them. Angela Lukes. Libra was leave her, bruh. So if there's a toxic person or a toxic situation that comes up on the 3rd, you want to get the heck out of that toxic situation or away from that toxic person. All right, so everybody who is here and who did not do so already and who does not mind doing so, please share the video. The more here, the merrier. Yay. Plus, we've only got 3 more signs for Reiki, and I do like everybody to be here for Reiki. So that if they have questions, I'm here to answer those questions rather than later. Capricorn. This is kind of similar to Scorpio. That was all about documentation. Capricorn, I feel like you are keeping track of things. You may not be keeping documentation on things, but you are keeping track. You're keeping score. I almost have this vision of like a little abacus, excuse me, where you're moving beads every time something happens. So Capricorn, there's something you're keeping score on. For some of you, this is a relationship. You're trying to make sure that you're not being taken advantage of because you're used to have been taking advantage of, and so you're trying to make sure that doesn't happen. For others of you, this could have to do with work. Maybe you're keeping track of the extra hours you've put in to make sure that they pay you for the right hours. But you're keeping track of something because you want things to be even and fair, Capricorn. Thank you very much, Ricky. I appreciate that. You agree with that one because you're a Libra? Cool. Thank you for the verification, Judy. Aquarius. You know who I haven't seen in here in a while who's an Aquarius is Dano. I wonder where she's been. I hope she's not like in the middle of losing a 5th phone. Aquarius. I think the 3rd is going to be all about prioritizing, setting priorities for yourself. Prioritizing. For some of you, those priorities are going to be replenishment, rest, relaxation, those types of things. So prioritizing, definitely looking at what it is most important for you to do on the 3rd, Aquarians. All right, Manuela. That's okay. You're here while I'm here, so you're cool. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Besides, there is no on time with me. You guys know that. This is not a regularly scheduled broadcast. It is irregularly scheduled. Pisces. Quote, quote, and unquote. That's what I'm hearing about you guys. You're going to be paying attention to what people are saying and what people are not saying. Is what they're saying lining up with their actions? Is what they're not saying leaving gaping holes in the picture of something they're trying to convey to you? You're going to be being very alert to what's said and to what's not said, Pisces. Striving, you have amazing timing, honey bunny. Was she going on vacation? You might be right, Manuela. I don't remember that, but you could be right. I hear you, Tammy Bambi. Okay, so that is our signs. Let's move on to Reiki. Okay, so Reiki is going to be set for whatever will benefit each one of you the most as individuals. And if you have something specific you would like to set the Reiki intention for yourself, feel free to adjust that. Those of you who are watching this broadcast after it is over, all you have to do is set the intention to receive the Reiki, and it will do you just as much good as if you were here live. All right, so let me go ahead and get the Reiki actually started for us. Okay, so it's 1500 right now, so at 1505, that's when we'll stop. That's 3 o'clock in regular time. Sorry, guys. So 5 after the hour, we'll stop with the Reiki, but right now it's going out to you. Marianne Grant, hello, hello. Glad to see you in the room. That's funny, striving. That's that intuitiveness kicking right in. Renee Martin, glad you just happened to catch me. That's wonderful. Tammy Bambi needs a third eye. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Tammy Bambi, are you sure you're ready for that third eye? Third eye and crown for you, Tay Medium. Gotcha. And you guys, you don't have to, if you're going to adjust the intention, you don't have to put it here in the chat box. You can do that quietly wherever you are. That way, if you have something that you don't really want to make public, then nobody has to know about it but you. La da 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 da. I'm feeling good like I knew that I should now. Or I would now. Tina Miller, hello, hello. Glad to see you here. You're learning from a no, it really sucks. What are you talking about? Hey, hey, hey. 3 more minutes of Reiki, guys. Y'all are soaking up some energy too. The third eye is located right here, Miss Annie. And the third eye is where we perceive our psychic impressions. So some people get psychic impressions in the way of visions. Some people get smells. Some people get tastes. Some people feel things. Some people hear things. Some people just know things. But the third eye is kind of like the central point where that information is processed. La da 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 da. You guys, I am feeling a lot of crown chakra, a lot of third eye chakra, a lot of throat chakra. Feet's coming up. Feet's have to do with finding your direction. Throat has to do with telling your truest truth and not feeling like you need to suppress that. Crown chakra has to do with your connection with the divine. Third eye has to do with your intuition. You see, hear, know, and smell. Some of my stuff gets blended together. Sometimes I don't know if I'm knowing or feeling. But I think hearing is my strongest. I hear and I feel and I know. Every once in a while, I smell. I see visions pretty regularly. I don't think I've ever tasted anything psychic. Well, maybe once or twice I tasted something psychically, but not often. One more minute of Reiki. Mm-hmm. Smell for me usually has to do with somebody who's crossed over and they're letting me know that they're around. That's usually when I smell. I have also smelled when certain people were doing ceremony, and I've smelled when people were drinking beer, if a certain person was drinking beer. All you got to do is practice. When you get a psychic hit, then do whatever you would do if you trusted it and see how well that works out for you. And just keep doing that. The more you do it, the more you'll see that always works out well. It's so amazing. You smell food and perfume. I've never really smelled food. Mostly it's always been cologne or smoke, like burning sage or alcohol. It's not bad or good. It's just part of who you are, Gladys. That just means you're empathic. All your body and your feet is cold. Well, I'm not sure about the boiling. I've never heard anybody say that before, but with your feet being cold, that means that you've got some anger or some grudges against someone because you feel like they haven't allowed you to move in the direction that you wanted to move. And so the Reiki energy is working around that energy and getting rid of the roots of that. I've heard of being warm before, but not boiling. You feel things so strongly. Yep. That's empathic stuff for you. You always smell chicken cooking. Who do you know that used to cook chicken? That's our time with the Reiki. Let's do some free-for-all questions or cards of the day. You guys, you get one or the other. You either get a question or you get a card of the day. So if you have a question, type the question up in the window. If you want a card of the day, just type in COD and I'll know what you mean. But I'm not going to give you both. And also, please don't repeat messages because there's going to be enough people in here talking to me that I'm going to be snowed under shortly. In fact, I may already be snowed under. So just repeating messages just makes it that much harder for me to get through to as many people as possible. So let's see who we're starting with up here. Oh, so that's your mom letting you know that she's around. COD for Marianne Grant. Marianne Grant, we're going to start you off with a Lenormand message today, my dear. Lenormand cards are read a little differently than tarot, so you always want to pull two cards when you're pulling Lenormand because you can never look at one Lenormand card and get a message because the message always has to do with the relationship between your two cards. So that's why you do that. So, Marianne Grant. Ooh, your house card is the bouquet. Woohoo! And your cover card is the key. Look at that. I think there's rose petals inside that cage, isn't there? There's a whole rose there. And there's tulips in the bouquet. About the same color, though. Pretty cool. Okay, let's see what this has to say for Marian Grant. This means somebody is for sure coming to visit you, Ms. Marian. Or they did already. Definitely, definitely. The key is what means it's for sure. Annie Lennington. I hope that makes sense for you, Marianne. It's going to be a pleasant visit, by the way. Annie Lennington would like to have a card of the day, so that's what we're going to do for her. Guys, I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow or not. I may be taking a little road trip to a rock shop, if I'm not too busy. Annie Lennington. Annie Lennington. Ace of Cups showing up in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse, Annie, just means that somebody within the past 24 hours or within the next 24 hours either has or will be showing you their true colors. And when they do that, your opinion of them will come down a few notches. Ricky Jorgensen. COD for Ricky. Ooh, baby, baby. You've got the Lovers card, my dear. It's not what I thought it was at first. I think you have a decision to make, Ricky. The decision does have to do with whether you want to partner with a certain person or not, but it doesn't have to be romantically. It could be a buddy or a friend that maybe you're partnering with to finish a project or something like that. Gemma Croft Baker would like a COD. Gemma Croft Baker. Ooh, this is a nice card too. Okay, so Gemma Croft Baker, you've got the Seer showing up in reverse. The Seer is just somebody like me, basically. This is telling me, Miss Gemma, that your intuitive abilities are growing by leaps and bounds. Something is going to happen to you suddenly, Gemma, if it didn't already within the past 24 hours, where you're going to be like, whoa, how did I know that? That never happened before. Okay, Angela Lukes wants the card of the day. I can't see your whole comment, but I think you're probably going to check the local diner for chicken pie. First, let's do the card of the day for Angela Lukes. Okay, honey bunny, you've got the Two of Wands showing up in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse just tells me that you're having a hard time making a decision about something, or there's something that has you feeling a little bit confused right now, Miss Angela. See if they have chicken pot pie tonight. I bet you they do too. GSJ Mac has a question for me today. I have an estranged sister due to her past actions. Should I try to reconcile with her, or would she still be dishonest in her dealings with other family members? What do you want to know? Do you want to know if it's a good idea for you to reconcile with her, or do you want to know that if she will continue to be dishonest? Let's narrow that down for me, okay, GSJ Mac? We're not doing a whole reading here. We're just doing one free question. Tammy Bambi Middleton, somebody is talking about you, you say. Who is that? Tammy, I don't know if you know what this means, but what I'm hearing is the butterflies are talking about you. Now, there is actually a beautiful message in there, but I'm also open to the idea that this may be a double-edged or a double meaning message, okay? So if you have somebody that you have nicknamed the butterflies in your sphere of influence, then, you know, this could be social butterflies, whatever. I'm expecting that you'll know what I'm talking about way quicker than I would. The other thing, though, that comes up with this that is much more fascinating to me is that nature is very aware of each of us and what we're up to. And so maybe this is Spirit taking a chance to let you know that the butterflies are talking about you. The word is spreading about what kind of person you are out in nature. How do you treat nature? Do you respect nature? The butterflies are passing that word around. They are famous travelers. The word would get out quick if the butterflies were talking about you. But I think you may also have some social butterflies talking about you as well. Lorraine Southwick would like to have a COD. COD. For Lorraine, I think we're going to do Lenormand again for Lorraine. You still haven't had the salmon yet? Regarding the Gemini racing, she will be racing to catch up with the laundry machine. Now that you finally have a washing machine replacement. That is so crazy. I was just talking earlier this morning about replacing my washing machine. It is super loud. Somebody thinks that there's a bearing going out. They said it's better just to replace it than to try to fix it. So it's wild that you have a washing machine replacement and you showed up in my chat. Lorraine Southwick. La, da, 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 da. A house card. Wouldn't it be funny if there was a laundry card? This is the tree. The tree can talk about your health, and it can also talk about your family, aka family tree. We'll see. And this is the garden. So you've got a house card of the tree, and you've got a cover card of the garden. This could be about family getting together for some kind of family reunion or to celebrate somebody's birthday or anniversary or something like that. The other thing that this could be talking about might be like a clinic or a hospital, that you've had an appointment at a clinic or a hospital or something like that within the past 24 hours or within the next 24 hours. So I'm not sure which way that's coming in for you without pulling clarifiers, which I don't pull clarifiers for CODs. So hopefully you'll recognize which way that's coming in for you, my dear. Anna Lopez wants a COD. Oh, excuse me. La da 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 da. Anna Lopez, you got the King of Swords. This is somebody that you're interacting with within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours. Could possibly be an air sign, although that's not really a guarantee. I don't necessarily go with signs to go with my suits on my cards. But this is going to be somebody who is very logical, who likes to think things through. He does not leap before he looks. He looks things over really well before he takes a leap. And highly intelligent. Highly intelligent is the last thing I'm going to tell you about this person that you're interacting with. Could be a boss. Could be someone else with a sense of authority in your life. Being a king. Being a king. Now let's look at who's next. Striving. Did I not give you one already, Striving? Or am I thinking of someone else? Oh, we were talking about your mom earlier, that's why. Okay, so this is going to be Striving's COD, as soon as I can find it again. COD. Well, lucky for you, while I was scrolling through, I saw you ask for the Lenormand. Because under normal circumstances, that would not happen. Till way after I was done answering your COD. Okay, so Striving COD, we are doing the Lenormand for you. La da 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 da. Okay, my dear, house card. Oh, wow, you got the sun. This is a good one. That's nice. And then the cover card you got? is the man. Okay, so striving, this can mean one of two things. This can mean that you're having happy times with a man who is significant in your life, or this can mean that the truth is coming out about a man that is a part of your life. One of the two. It could be a combination of both at the same time, I guess, as well. But one of those two. Okay, so that's striving's card. Let's see. We still have a lot of people in here, huh? You were smelling lilies for a couple of days? That's cool. I wonder what lilies would symbolize for you. I love rock shops. The energy in them is so good. This one I'm going to, the last time I was there, it had a huge piece of labradorite, like this big, almost square, and this tall. I was like, oh my gosh. I will give you my life's earnings for that. Annie Lennington, you're quite welcome. You haven't a clue who yet, Marianne? You'll find out then. Elsa Wenzel, hello, hello. Glad to have you here, my dear. GSJ Mac, we'll have to attack that tomorrow, I guess, with the dishonesty question or issue tomorrow or the next day. Oh, wow. That's very cool, Ricky. That's neato. Right? I understand that about the youngest one. You were always called a social butterfly. I don't think this is about you, unless you're talking about yourself, Tammy Bambi. But you would know about that. Right? Striving, I hear ya. On the washer and the dryer. Very cool, Ricky. So that was the decision about some kind of partnership. That makes sense. You're quite welcome, Ricky. Oh, very cool. Hummingbirds call us to be happy, Tammy Bambi. That's when they show up in our lives, they're calling us to follow our happiness. Lisa, oh, hello, hello. Glad to see you here, though. Manuela, I did not pass you. You were like next in line when the alarm went off, honey. I'm sorry. Have to stop somewhere. You're quite welcome, striving. That's good, Tammy. I'm glad. You're quite welcome, Anna. Yeah, labradorite is beautiful. It was $30, or was it 30,000? No, you were after striving, honey. You got to scroll way, way up. Striving put her first message, and then later on, she let us know that she wanted to have Lenormand. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out. That's what I thought, more like 30,000. I got this little tiny piece at a thrift store for $8, and that was a good deal. I would like to have a bigger chunk, but for now, that guy will do. Very cool, Tammy. Okay, so thank you everybody for stopping by, hanging out with me. I do appreciate y'all keeping me on my toes. Thank you guys. If you would like to book a reading with me or would like to book a Reiki session with me, all you have to do is find my contact information and get a hold of me. All my contact information is on my website. You can check that out at www.amista.info, and that is in the description box below as well. Thank you all for your support. Those of you who have booked readings and Reiki sessions, those of you who have liked, shared, subscribed, and commented, thank you, thank you. All you who participate here every day, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you all the next time around. Peace out.